My name is Joy Ambale. I live in Malindi, but I've lived mostly in Nairobi, like most of my life. I am the typical city girl, if I can say. And I love God. I'm born again. I'm a born again Christian. And I am married. I am a mother. I come from a family of eight children. So I have 7 siblings, though one passed away, so now we are 7. And I am the last born, by the way. I'm the last born. I know I look so much like a firstborn, but I'm the last born. Yeah. So much about me, but that's what I can share for now. Why Cocoa with Joy? Wow, that's a good question. First of all, I have wanted to do a podcast for a long, long time. Well, not necessarily a podcast, something like a talk show, sort of Lean Ngugi kind of thing, for a long time. And I think it was mostly a secret that was kept within me. You know, one of those things that you feel, hey, if I ask someone if they think I'm capable of such a thing, they will say no. So I cannot even dare tell anyone. But it's been one of those things I used to think about. I used to watch Lean Ngugi and I'm like, this lady is living my life. Oh my God, I just want... You know, there's someone can be doing something and you're feeling, this is me, but I don't know, how do I get there? How do I become this, you know? And it seemed one of those things that I felt they were not necessarily unreachable. I felt I could do it, but I just didn't know where to begin, how to get there. And especially, I have been a singer for most of my life. And that's what most people know me for. And I felt it was very hard to transition from this to this. So first of all, it has been something I have been thinking of doing for a very, very long time. It has been simmering in my heart, thinking, hey, how can I do this? But I hadn't thought of a name, the Cocoa with Joy name. The other reason why I am doing this is because I feel I have a perspective of things that I want to share. You see, there can be 2 people doing the exact same thing, you know, but they're doing it with, or they're talking about the exact same thing or describing the exact same thing, but they have different perspectives. Yeah, that is why no matter how many people are doing something, when you join in to do it, you're still special because you bring in your own opinions, your own perspectives, and which come with your experiences and your life experiences, which everyone has something different. I mean, we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different upbringings, different experiences. And so I feel I have my own very special perspective to things that I want to put out there. I feel I have lived long enough. I have experienced a lot of things. I have gathered a lot of knowledge that I would want to put out there for people to share with people. And I really feel that if I held back everything that I've learned and everything that I know, it would be selfish. It would be very selfish. It would be like having a whole library of books where people could come in and read and grow and gather knowledge, but closing the door to that library. And that is definitely not fair. So I feel God has given me, I've been blessed to just experience a lot in life and to go places and to learn things and gather a lot of good stuff that, I would want to put out there. That is a big reason why I want to do Cocoa with Joy. And now the name, where it comes from, is the interesting thing. So we had put together some sort of a show. I don't know if I would call it a show or whatever it was. And we had named it Coffee with Kevin. So we were going to do it, and the day came, and of course, if it's Coffee with Kevin, the host is Kevin, right? But for good reasons, Kevin could not show up. And Joy had to sit in for Kevin and be the host of this show. So I did sit in. I hosted the show. And it went well. So after the show, unfortunately, Kevin told us that he could not be able to continue with us because he was overwhelmed with a lot of engagements, and which we understood, of course. And I remember that evening going back home with my husband, and we were just talking about how the show went, and he was like, by the way, now that Kevin is not able to be with us, and we can see that we've done this well, and we don't have to stop doing this. We can continue. We can do, that was Coffee with Kevin. Kevin didn't show up. We can do Cocoa with Joy, Tea with Eric. And we actually went on to organize a Cocoa with Joy, which didn't happen because at that time I was heavily pregnant, and it was a bit overambitious to try to execute it at the moment. So it didn't happen, but that name stuck because I got to the point where I even did posters. Some people had made their payments for the thing, but it didn't happen. So, of course, it lingered in my heart. How could it have been? How could it have turned out, So, fast forward, when now the opportunity came to do the podcast, that is the name that was on my mind. I want the viewer to be inspired after the end of every show. I would love for someone to feel inspired, encouraged, entertained, maybe educated in a way. I hope someone will have learned something new from me. I believe, I want someone to just come out feeling positive vibes and, wow, that was refreshing. I want to see another one. I want another show from her. Yes.